I think she's dumb. She's one of the dumbest women that could ever run. She shouldn't run. This is a man's world. This is a man's country. This country is supposed to be run like a business, and that is why that Donald Trump is the one that we need at this moment. And Lord willing, we're going to have even other great men that are going to run and lead this country as it should. America needs to come back to its true moral values and true Christian faith.
Well, I'm sure glad the intellectuals have spoken. Whenever I see MAGA jabronis like this, I'm reminded of a time before Donald Trump showed up on the political scene, back when misogynists were mostly closeted. Embarrassed of their true nature, but where they should be. And otherwise, these would-be politically apathetic meatheads who now feed off of Trump's lewdness were not nearly as loud and certainly didn't care about politics, and rarely, at least on television or at political events, spewed their outdated and offensive beliefs. They would just do it with the boys.
And Lord willing, we're going to have even other great men
while pounding 40s before going out to a bar where they couldn't pick up on girls because they just kind of broed in front of them, bro. And girls didn't like it, but then, some women who were less smart probably did like it. And then now they maybe have met 9 or 12 kids together and are all voting for Trump. So it's not the best coalition. I'll tell you in a moment why it's very scary. And it's also why on October 23rd, this Wednesday, I'm playing my nemesis, Donald Trump, in a political fundraiser event for Harris Walls. A live stage reading of Trump v. God. Playing Ivana Trump is TV legend, multi-Emmy winner Sharon Gless. You can get a free ticket just to come attend and enjoy and listen to civil rights, workers' rights heroes like Dolores Huerta, Olivia Troy from the Trump administration, and others speaking live. Get a ticket for free at wearenowherecomedy.com. But this coalition that Trump has tapped into, men, is now his strongest by far, and it's causing a real bad foreboding for the election. He holds a 14-point lead among men, while Kamala has a strong 12-point lead among women, but according to all the data, the gender gap in the election is at an all-time high, and Kamala needs to win women by more than Trump is winning men. Otherwise, it does not look good for the election. And look, obviously not all men who support Trump are like this meathead dude who said she's going to get on her knees and meet her maker, bro.
I think she better get on her hands and her knees and start crying out to the one and true living God, because if not, she's going to meet her maker real quick.
You like your political pundits to come off as though they're currently in a wrestling match. That's ideal. She's going to get on her knees and apologize, brother. It's a man's world, and women shouldn't run for office because I'm existing in a time gone by, bro. I'm giving this interview from the third rope at the top of a wrestling ring. Okay, bro? Some men have always been like this, is the point, long before MAGA. Not until Donald Trump bulldozed political norms and welcomed a huge surge of misogynistic bullies to parade these ideas around in an attempt to revert society to a time when women were treated as second-class citizens. We didn't have to deal with this, at least very much in the political square, at least not in modern, more evolved life that we've definitely since rescinded far from. Here's just a little sampling of the misogyny Trump has unleashed on our public discourse that perhaps led to something like that.
I never liked horse face. It's just not. That's a terrible thing. That wouldn't be the one.
For the president, horseface is just the latest insult aimed at the looks of women he doesn't like. Take his 2016 opponent, Carly Fiorina. Look at that face, then candidate Trump commented. Would anyone vote for that?
I'm not going to spend a single cycle wondering what Donald Trump means.
On former Miss Universe Alicia Machado,
she gained a massive amount of weight, and it was a real problem.
There was this about Jessica Leeds, who accused him of sexual assault.
Yeah, I'm going to go after. Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you.
So that's where we are now. That's acceptable political language now. Why acceptable? Because these clips, many of those you just saw, were from his last presidential election, or the one before that. And this now being his third, as he holds the entire nation hostage to a bunch of ego-based craziness. He's, like I said, in the lead slightly for the polls now, or neck and neck, depending what poll you look at. So clearly, that's acceptable language because we're allowing it for a third time. And is he really wanting to bring us far back? How far back is he wanting to bring us? Is it just us saying that? No, I mean, aside from his slogan and his whole movement being called Make America Great Again, implying that it was great and it's no longer great, never tells us when it was. But now he's finally telling us. Take a look at this pretty frightening clip.
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Think of that. 1798. That's when we had real politicians that said we're not going to play games. We have to go back to 1798. to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. We're going to knock the hell out of them.
1798? Is that the period of time he's been talking about all these years? Is that when America was last great, according to Donald Trump, when, slavery was legal and women couldn't vote? I mean, that tracks for this guy, but you're saying it out loud. Wow. Now, Trump was specifically referring to the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to help speed up deportations. And of course, you can like a policy from a time with very bad policies, but the sum of Trump's parts definitely indicate that he is comfortable with a lot of old norms like police and military being rough with American citizens, and it seems even political enemies of his, and even those fellow human beings who came here illegally. I'd like to remind you, while we might need to, and do need to stem the flow of illegal immigration into our country, they are still human beings with families and hearts and are seeking a better life. So we can tighten our border up as much as we are able to. That's a smart move. We don't need to demonize the people nor make up that they're eating dogs and cats. Side note. He wants to bring back 1798. Think of that, 1798. He told the crowd. That's when we had real politicians that said, we're not going to play games. We're going to knock the hell out of them. Well, that's his rhetoric during the last run, when police and military would knock the hell out of people, and politicians had very aggressive laws that didn't treat all people as equal and didn't value something known as compassion. But I find that to be pretty important in modern life, to treat all people as though they matter, because here's a newsflash, I'm being told they do matter. Okay, copy. And it's not just Trump wanting to bring us back to a time like this. It's him saying it out loud. It's his dementia showing, his losing it in so many ways. It's his dancing for 40 minutes on stage without saying a word about policy at a rally recently that was supposed to be about policy.
Well, I'm looking for a job, and I've always wanted to work at McDonald's, but I never did. I'm running against somebody that said she did, but it turned out to be a totally phony story. So if you don't mind, I want to work the French fry counter.
It's him working at McDonald's and walking in, and literally his first line, and nobody in the press picked this up, his first line was, I'm here to work at the fry counter. I hate to break this to you. The fries don't have a counter. You don't just order fries in a separate line. You mean the fry cooker? Is that what you meant during your fake fry appearance? Or how about this one, when you might have heard that Trump went on and on about the genitalia of legendary golfer Arnold Palmer for 12 minutes.
This is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Okay. It's clear he's trying to lose. He's either trying to lose or trying in the last 2 weeks to get permission to, if elected, to just be a crazy, super kooky, super aggressive, super dangerous old man where he just, in a king-like fascist way, just does whatever comes to his head, no matter how brutal or stupid or weird or crazy it is, will literally be led into a very strange place, even stranger than we are now, because we are valuing not sanity, we're valuing not democracy, we're valuing not the rule of law, we're valuing not compassion, we're just falling prey to the oldest trick in the book, to xenophobia, to fear-mongering of immigrants and blaming immigrants for all of your problems, when in fact it's people like Trump who should be blamed for your problems, because he's doing nothing to address them and just simply wants to pass the buck onto scapegoat minority groups so that he can make more money for him and his rich buddies. It's very obviously what he's doing, while he literally scams you out of your own money. In just the last couple of months, launching a cryptocurrency that's failing, more NFT cards which are selling you images of him in funny outfits that aren't even physical cards, that do not go to his campaign, they go to his own pocket, like golden sneakers, like a Bible with his name on it, launching all of these products while running for president. And that's the world. I ran for president, and you barely have time to do your normal life, let alone start multiple new ventures, and let alone for his case, while also fighting many cases in court for many crimes he committed. There's no time to launch these businesses, but if he has a chance to steal $1 from you, he will do it. So either let a man who is completely bereft of morals, who seems like he wants to lose, become president again because his ego can't handle another loss, or come to your senses and please vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz for president and VP on November 5th. Register to vote right now at vote.org. If you haven't yet done it, come to our political fundraiser, Artists and Writers for Harris Waltz. Free tickets at wearenowherestudios.com. I'm playing Trump, Sharon Gless is playing Ivana, and lots of amazing political speakers throughout the event. Dolores Huerta, Presidential Medal of Freedom winner, Olivia Troy, former Trump staffer, Senator Pat Spearman, and others will be there. And it'll be fun and funny, but also a great chance to get together. Free event, and if you choose during the event to donate, you're welcome to, but you do not have to. We are nowherestudios.com this Wednesday, October 23rd at 5 p.m. Pacific. 8 Eastern. We cannot let this buffoon and his legion of MAGA bullies win this election. It is not too late. Please, in some way, make sure you vote and bring others to do so. The whole future is depending on it. And if you don't vote, I'm never going to let it go, brother. I'm going to put you in a nuggie, dweeb, and I'm going to scratch on your head in a way that really hurts, all right? I might even lick my finger and put it in your ear, bro. I'm Ben Gleib for Rebel HQ. See you at the polls.